this episode of the Third Gallon Podcast.
Making my way downtown, walking fast, shooting spores at your face.
Micah's angels face off against some formidable fungus.
You've continued through the scrapyard and you found this big patch of fungus, which was met with immediate suspicion.
Of course.
I wonder why.
However, despite your best efforts, their stealth was able to beat your perception.
It must be a bandit gang, the Mushroom Outlaws.
And the end of the scrapyard is in their sights.
A narrow path through the scrap turns sharply to the west into an 8-foot wide sewer pipe, aka metal tube. The pipe's grate lies against a pile of fire-blackened bricks near the opening. The path continues to the south where it opens into a larger area. Basically, it goes pipe ahead and then turns to the right.
Understood.
Can they finally fight their way out?
But actually, you know what he's going to do?
I don't like this.
Oh my god.
That's a big circle.
I was hoping I'd be out of the range of some
That's
kind
a
of
lore
area
JOE.
effect thing.
I don't want an area of effect.
Oh, look at that. I can get all of you.
Get ready to find out.
Alonzo, stop! That's my wife!
Now.
So, you guys ever experience something so great that you know the second time through it just won't be the same? And you wish you could forget so you could experience it for the first time again?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I've had this experience this last couple of weeks, and it was just a simple little video game. It's going to drive some people crazy because I think every person I've spoken to since I finished this game, I've highly recommended this game to. So now I'm just going to do it for everyone everywhere. Hey, you, all you dozens of audience members, maybe dozens. I love you all. You should really give The Return of the Obra Dinn a good try, because it is a great game that, after you play it the first time, will not be the same once you beat it the first time. But like, there are other games that I've played or things I've read, things I've watched that I just wish I could forget because they were so great the first time through.
Like The Witcher?
No, actually. The Witcher, give or take, it's fun, but it actually, I would, if I could forget a video game, now there's a couple, but off the top of my head, I'd rather forget Borderlands 2 than The Witcher.
I'd rather forget Borderlands 3 and just...
Yeah.
Oof.
Because I really liked Handsome Jack as a character, and there are some punchy moments in that game that just aren't the same your second time through.
Yeah.
What about y'all? What's something you've experienced that you wish you could forget so you could experience it for the first time again?
Well, I'll step in here real quick because I remember the first time I felt this was about The Witcher 3. Because the way this always ends up happening is you're having a ton of fun, and then you finish it and you're saying that was so much fun. And then when you go back to play it again,
It's not as fun.
it's fun, but it's not that kind of fun. It's not new, special kind of fun. Because I played The Witcher 3 and then I think over a year or so later, I did my homebrew stuff, or maybe it was the same. I can't remember when I beat it, but I did my homebrew stuff for The Witcher content. We listened to the audiobooks for The Witcher. And then I went back and played The Witcher 3 after that, and it hit different. Like, it hit different because I had all that like background knowledge going into it, and I kept thinking to myself, I wish I could be experiencing this game for the first time. So that's one thing I would say. The other thing I would say is a game that I actually didn't get to play, but I watched a video on from, I think, Up Is Not Jump. I think I watched his video on The Outer Wilds.
Oh, yeah.
And I never got to play that game, but I was just like, I've seen this game. It's on Game Pass or whatever. I'm not sure if I'm going to play it. Then I watched his video on it, and I was like, I've ruined myself. I would have loved to play this game, but now I could play it, but it will not be the same. Because I'm going to guess, I've never played The Return of Obra Dinn, but it's probably the same thing where it has a gimmick, and once you know the gimmick, it doesn't work the same anymore.
Yeah.
And the Return of the Obra Dinn must be really good because you're very much like a game the reviewer, YouTuber, Yahtzee from The Escapist, always pounds his fist on the table about the Return of the Obra Dinn.
If that guy says a game's good when he craps on so many games, it's probably a good game.
It's a fair point. But yeah, I feel it. The biggest problem is you never really know until you know.
Yeah.
And so you don't know going in how important it's going to be. And you could go into a game thinking you're going to love it. And like, maybe you will, but like, oh, the need to experience this right the first time. And it may be good, maybe bad. But then like when the good ones happen, you know, and you're like, man, I need to remember this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And like I said,
I'd love to forget Borderlands 2 as well.
right?
There's so much good in that story.
I have so many good memories about that game.
Yeah, that's actually just it right there. It's good memories associated with the game too, which we could just have for the first time again.
I don't know though, because like I feel it, like those are so great and I would love to experience them again. But like it's one of those things, maybe, I don't know if you feel the same way about this, Drow, with our memories playing Borderlands 2, but like I'd be worried that I'd not have as good ones if I tried to go at it again, because the first time through was like, it's at a different place in my life.
Oh, that's
experiencing
yeah.
it kind of thing. But I don't know. I agree. Borderlands 2 is amazing. We start playing Borderlands, once a year?
Yeah.
Play for like a few hours.
Then stop.
Not because it's bad. We just get distracted.
We've also just played it so many times.
Yeah. You know what else I'd really like to kind of wipe the slate clean for so that I could go in again? I'd like to re-experience the first time of playing Minecraft.
Oh,
Still the only one I can think of.
that's a good one though. Yeah.
Because that first time you open up Minecraft and it's just
And you
this
see the world.
whole new world of blocky goodness.
World.
Because it's like at this point they do updates, and when they update Minecraft, you get so many new things, and it's great. But like when I start Minecraft now, at this point I have a method. I do what I
Yeah.
do when I play because I don't have to explore. I've seen all the biomes. I've fought all the mobs. I've killed all the bosses.
Right.
I've even at this point raided the ancient cities or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Like even this new update, I've done it. So
Yeah.
that would.
Can I?
Yeah.
Drow, would you feel the same way about something like a Bethesda game, Skyrim or Fallout again? Because I know you have a hard time. We've talked before that you said you have a hard time going back to something like Skyrim just because you feel like even if you haven't done literally everything, you feel like you've done everything, kind of, you know?
I've done so much.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why whenever I do go back to Skyrim, it's with like 30 mods.
Yeah, that's true.
And when it comes to a Bethesda game, there's also that slight advantage of they're not done making games yet.
Yeah.
You might like Fallout
Yeah.
or Skyrim, but in the future, there very well may be another Fallout
I'm pretty
or
sure that
Elder Scrolls
there's
game.
already like
An Elder Scrolls 6.
a new Fallout that was like confirmed or something.
Probably, yeah.
And the thing of it is, a lot of people give them flack for good reasons, but I'm still going to play the next Elder Scrolls game.
Sell me your
Single player
sweet,
game.
Sweet little lies, Todd.
It's like, I have a hard time with this one because I'm like, oh, well, and there's so many shows it'd be cool to see again for the first time. But like, for instance, one of my all-time favorites, Avatar: The Last Airbender. I experienced that prior to DVRing and streaming and having to wait for the new episode to come out, having to be at the TV at the same time. Like, you can't get that experience now
Right.
again. And who I experienced it with, like, there's so many things for me that when I experienced it the first time, part of it was who I did it with or what point of my life I was at, that I don't think I'd take back many, though I would, if I could, reread my Brandon Mull books again for the first time.
That's what I was thinking you were going to say.
But with the Avatar stuff, like you said, it's kind of like what we were talking with Borderlands 2.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that's something that, like, if you could, like, maybe not go back in time fully, but like walk through those moments of your life again, you'd love to just like be new and experiencing that again? Like, are they that strong for you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, legitimately just watching it with my sister and seeing all the little points, yelling at the television, just, geeking out over it later, rewatching for all the details.
Yeah.
Just
you wish
good memories.
You wish you could forget the plot, not the experience.
Yes,
Right.
there you go. Not the experience of seeing it the first time, but like reliving all the plot lines for the first time and not knowing what's coming next.
Yeah. You'd want to go back and experience it the same exact way.
Exactly. That's it right there.
Yeah, honorable mention here as far as video games go for me. I know a couple of y'all played it, but Metal Gear Solid 5. I've only played through that game like all the way once. But when I did, it was such a trip, and it just grabbed me and held on to me for like 120 hours until I was done with it.
I hear that. I wish, because I know I've said Return of the Obra Dinn, but there's a lot of games.
Right.
I watched someone play through Undertale.
Oh, no.
And I love Undertale.
Yeah, but
even
you've
though
seen it.
I've never played it.
Yeah, but now you've seen it,
But now, well, not only that, here's the funny thing is if I forgot everything about Undertale, I don't even know if I'd play it because I lose interest in games that don't have constant stuff going on, except for survival crafting for some reason. That can keep me. I have attention issues with RPGs like that.
Right.
And I don't even know if I could finish Undertale.
Fair enough.
But
I have another mention. To the Moon.
Still haven't experienced that one yet.
oh, then you. Yeah, because I keep telling myself we're either going to play it through together. I'm going to make you play it by yourself. And I have yet to do that.
Yeah, the first time you go through that one, at least
I need to crush you.
I don't need to be crushed right now. That's the problem.
Oh man, that one hurts. That one, at least, I don't know about all of you, but it got me to the point where it's just like, for a long while, if I heard one of the songs from the soundtrack in particular, it would just be like,
Oh, there goes
1,000-pound weight. Like, well, there goes the rest of my day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. And yet I would listen to the soundtrack on repeat.
Oh man,
There's a lot of indie games are really good about that.
a lot of soul. put
About
into them.
one of the only ones I can think of that is Borderlands 2, but the rest of them are indie games because you can do so many great things with indie games.
Yeah.
I would love to forget the plot of Hollow Knight. Because I didn't play it, but I watched a friend stream it.
That's fair.
You know what? As an analog,
Well, Hollow Knight's also an indie game. There's so many good indie games.
as another indie game, as an analog to Kat saying Minecraft, I think I've played Minecraft the longest out of all of us. So my original experience has just changed. It's very old. I played in beta 1.3
You were
maybe.
there from the beginning.
I was there a long time ago. But no, Valheim. We've gone back and played it, and it's still really fun.
Yeah.
And the procedural generation nature of it adds to that like replayability. But there is nothing like your first time through playing Valheim. And I had the benefit of realizing early on in our Valheim playthrough, it's like, oh, this is a new core memory.
Yeah.
I'm going to run this till it is dry.
I'll throw it to you, though. You want a fresh take on Valheim that makes it feel like a new game. I highly recommend the VR mod.
I know you've suggested it a lot.
Yep.
I'm just waiting to play the game at all until the Mistlands update lands. Because we went back after the first update, and it was nice, but...
I want to see what new tameable creatures there are.
Right. But yeah, I want to wait for some really big, juicy updates like Mistlands to jump back in. Or maybe, like, I don't know what when on earth they're going to be able to do it, but like the far north...
The Ashlands.
Or the
far
Ashlands.
north.
Yeah.
You remember sailing? We played with Micah. We sailed the boat to the edge of the world.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so much fun. Oh, man. Good times.
Good times. But hey, we can't forget. All we can do is make new memories. And what better way to make new memories than play a Pathfinder 2E?
I mean, you joke. You joke, but like that was, I think, in my pitch to you guys for playing new games in a seasonal way. I was like, our strongest memories of all of our gaming experience has always been the first campaign in something. Like our first home game, huge memory.
Yeah.
Our first Adventure Paths, huge memory, right? First time playing 5e, big novel, very fun, right? It is not every campaign lands, but everything when you're trying something new altogether really, really sticks with you. So that was part of the concept of the show, just fish for those moments. And I think it's been pretty good so far. the one that obviously hit us the hardest has been Forbidden Lands, I think. But this one's coming in close so far. It's really good. Mm-hmm. Well, speaking of playing some Pathfinder Second Edition, y'all ready to jump in?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. Centuries before the Starstone was raised, the Wizard Kings Nex and Geb warred with one another, scarring the land between them into a devastated, unstable magic wasteland. From the glowing ashes of the Mana Wastes arose Alkenstar, the city of smog, a metropolis of airships, skyscrapers, factories, and clockwork wonders. To the world, Alkenstar is the pinnacle of innovation and determination in the face of insurmountable odds. On its streets, life in Alkenstar is a non-stop race to stay ahead of the competition. And it is here that a desperate group, hungry for revenge, living on the edge of the law, hunts for the ones who cast them out. They are the Outlaws of Alkenstar. So, I believe when we last left you guys, you were trying to head out of this whaling scrapyard. You've been spending a lot of time in here. You've effectively lost the law, but you've been trying to make your way out of it.
Or did the law lose us?
Aha! You are outlaws. You have outed the law. You're out of it. So yeah, last episode, Micah's angels calmed the machine spirit and sang it a lullaby. Then you actually, once you got past this horse-drawn dirigible strewn across the way, you encountered the gnolls, the famed gnolls.
The famed gnolls.
That had been
Famed gnolls.
messing with the nail gobbler goblin tribe. You dispatched them fairly quickly, went back to the nail gobblers, and basically learned that there's probably a leader somewhere out there that you haven't run into. You've continued through the scrapyard, and you found this big patch of fungus, which was met with immediate suspicion.
Of course.
I wonder why.
However, despite your best efforts, I think the mushroom boys here were able to mostly evade your stealth, or their stealth was able to beat your perception.
They must be a bandit gang, the Mushroom Outlaws. Mushroom boys.
Indeed. So
The fun guys.
The fun guys.
they're a bunch of fun guys. It's just a couple guys. They didn't take too kindly to you try to proceed through here, and they look like they're out for.
And we shot one of them.
You did shoot
They
one
did
of
not
them.
take kindly to that either.
Yeah.
Indeed. Do I have that marked? Oh, look at me! I have that marked. He's
It
already
was
taken
the
damage.
one in the north.
Yeah, he's already got damage. Look
The
at me.
mushroom to the north.
For the audience, it's been like 2 weeks since we recorded.
Mushroom.
So I'm taking the dust off my DM notes here and roll some initiative. Okay, so let's go around here real quick. Alonzo, what is your initiative?
10.
Hey, this is what my thing rolled for you. That's so cool.
Well, at least it was the same thing as the initiative tracker.
Chester, what's your initiative?
I am using a new set of dice this week, and I managed a 20 unnatural.
Aha, dirty 20.
Yes.
Filthy 20.
A filthy 20. Dirty 20.
Psyche, what did you get?
7.
That is not great, but it's better than the 1 the machine rolled for you.
I should not
The
be.
machine spirit is confused.
The machine spirit is confused.
It is forgiven. I like these mushroom things. Like, they look scary as all get out, like with teeth and whatnot, but they're colorful.
They are quite colorful.
It's weird because from like zoomed out, it looks like they're wearing Santa hats.
It does kind of look like Santa hats, doesn't it?
They're just
From
Yeah.
zoomed out, it's like Santa hat, fuchsia.
fuchsia hats.
It's like a Baby Yoda in a Santa hat while way zoomed out.
All right, so this first mushroom boy is going to go, and he's going to spend one action to stride, get within range of you,
Just gonna
Chester.
stride right up.
Yep.
He's
Making my
boogieing.
way downtown, walking fast, shooting spores at your face. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Please no.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Does a 18 hit? Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
It actually does.
And
It
I
really
hit you.
does. And I hit you.
Oh boy.
And I hit you. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
And I crit you.
You're gonna take 1 point of
hope
bludgeoning
not.
damage. Shut up. You're gonna take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as this spore pod just goes It hits you in the face.
Oh, that's not so bad.
I'm going to need you to make a fortitude save.
It's a 15.
15 will pass.
Oh,
Nice.
Barely. Yeah,
It's a
that's like the
10 on the
DC.
die.
Exactly.
oh, thank goodness.
So he's going to do it again.
As a negative
Whoa,
5,
big mushroom.
though, it's fine.
Yeah, that's going to be a total of 14 to hit.
Oh, he misses.
Okay, that's his turn.
The chest pet really sold it.
Scared monkey noises.
Chester Williams, it's going to be your turn now.
On account of it's his turn.
Chester Fun Guy Williams on account on how he's going to be a fun guy.
On account of how I am a fun guy. Hey, that's what Chester probably almost did.
Yeah, probably.
I would like to devise a stratagem for free. Because
he's the thing.
I investigated them at the end of the last episode.
Nice.
Oh, now that's tempting.
Jacob is grasping his forehead in confusion.
Well, I mean, I don't want to tell what my role is until I've made my action that my role will be used on. Because I have 3 actions. He has his gun drawn.
Yeah, you already
'Cause he
shot at this guy. Yeah. So you would have to reload.
Yes. Dang it. But you're right. Chester's going to reload and shoot this mushroom.
All right, 1 action reload, 1 action shoot.
That is a 18 plus 7 for a 25.
Are you sure it adds up to 25?
That's 7 plus 18, 25.
That will be a crit.
That's what I was hoping for. Yes. So that is going to be
Sweet.
2d10
Oh boy.
plus 2d6.
Well, remember, it's your base damage is doubled. You don't roll the damage twice.
You're right.
Yes.
It's less exciting, but it's still effectively the same. You're right. You're right. Oh.
You should have seen his
Good
face
point.
fall just a little bit.
But I get to roll a third d10. So that's what the yellow one will be. The extra
your
d10
fatal?
from Fatal.
Yes.
So
What's D10?
it's a d10 plus a d6 doubled plus a d10.
Yes.
All right. It could have been better. I got a 1 on my d6 for, that's 8 doubled
16.
plus 9.
So
25.
25.
Not bad.
Against the one I already shot.
You already shot this guy. He has 6 hit points left. Do you
my.
want to describe this at all?
My goodness. He runs up.
He shoots, he scores.
He splurts all over Chester. And Chester's like, that's disgusting. And he points his gun at him and just blows his whole head off. Just whew.
And the mushroom head, little sand hat, just evaporates into nothingness, and the stalk falls down.
And then Chester's going to attempt a knowledge check on these guys. The thing of it is Chester has no actual things in knowledge nature.
Yeah,
which
I'm
I'm
just gonna
assuming
say
is what this would be.
I would do nature, the nature check.
It really sucks because knowledge nature is not an intelligence check. It's a wisdom.
It's not. First edition, you had
you're right.
knowledge
That's
nature.
right. It's just nature in general, but then the knowledge
Right.
nature is part of it. Yeah, I fell extremely.
What's the total?
4.
Yeah, no, you got no idea. This doesn't look like a
They
portobello
don't
to you.
grow on your farm.
Yeah. You ain't never seen no mushroom like this.
You guys, I ain't never seen nothing like this. But fun fact, bullets kill them.
All right, so that's your third action you use to recall knowledge. That'll be your turn.
Yep.
This other, more different-looking mushroom is going to act now.
Is it the purple one or the one I can't?
The purple one.
Ooh, okay.
Other, more different looking mushroom.
Yep.
Purple.
It's like redundancy much.
It's purple.
It's fuchsia.
You and your colors. It's topaz.
You're just upset because I was right when you said that Jeep is purple. I said, actually, it's red violet.
Yes, I was upset because it's purple.
It was red violet. It was more red than it was purple.
He is going to spend 2 actions to stride twice, and then he's going to make a ranged attack against.
Alfonso.
I'm going to roll for it or you go
Alonzo.
for me.
It's going to be either you or Chester, so let's roll for it. We'll roll d6, 1 to 3, Alonzo. 4 and up is Chester. 3 on the die for Alonzo.
All right.
You
So-
have better AC though, so
Let's do another goopy ranged spore pod here.
my
Ew.
favorite kind of range.
Yucko.
Ooh, 90-14 for a total of 22.
Oh.
Yeah, you hit.
That's going to be a total of 4 points of damage, bludgeoning to you, Alonzo.
Okay.
But this is spores, so I'm going to need you to make me a fortitude save.
Got this.
All right.
Or you don't.
You're a champion.
Fortitude.
It'd be funny if you
Okay.
failed.
It's not too bad.
It'd be funny if you failed.
It would be.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
15.
15?
Yes.
That's going to pass. You're good.
I try not to do that. What do I need to roll to get this thing? Because it depresses me when I see the math and I psych myself out.
Yeah.
So I pass.
Yeah, you're fine. You're totally fine. That's its turn. Move
Steal
twice.
myself.
And shot its goo. That is going to be its turn. Alonzo, it is now your turn.
All this crud all over my nice vest.
Excuse, it's goo. It's not crud. Sorry.
Now, I'm trying to remember from the last time.
It's not crud until it congeals.
Ew.
We were debating who was going to shoot it, and Chester ended up shooting it because I couldn't reach it. So I don't know if that means I had out my bow or if I not. But I'm just going to assume I didn't have one of my weapons out.
Right.
Draw my rapier for one action,
Okay.
move for the next action, and attack.
All right, make your attack roll.
15.
15's close, but it's not going to hit this guy.
What? Oh,
He is, in fact, an other, more different mushroom.
you are absolutely right.
Well, I mean, hey, I tried.
But
That
you-
was a natty 8, so.
Well, that's 2 actions. You still have 1 left.
No, I drew, I moved, and I hit.
You
or
are
tried
right.
to hit.
Oh.
I mean, I'll take a free action if you give me one, but
No, it's fine. You're right. It's GM stupid. Okay, so that's your turn. That's all 3 of your actions. Next in the order is going to be the third mushroom, much like the third gallon, except he's creepy and
Name drop.
disgusting. Haha.
So just like the third gallon.
Actually, you're right. Yeah, just basically the same thing. He's going to go up and get into Smacktown with you.
with me,
2 actions to move up to you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he moves up next to the other more different purpley mushroom, and he's going to be able to do 1 melee strike against you.
Oh, I couldn't see the third mushroom. It looks just like the first mushroom.
That's
That's why it's the other more different mushroom.
That's a natural 1. So he's going to miss.
Swing and a miss.
That is his turn. Next in the order is going to be Psyche here. The Observed.
Observer.
Observer.
The Observer. The
Psyche or
Sanctioned.
the observer.
My bad.
R's aren't
Okay.
D's.
I will now yell at these mushrooms.
All right, Fortitude.
DC 17.
Whoa! The second still living Santa Hat mushroom fails.
Yes.
With a total of not a critical fail. But the other more different mushroom rolls a natural 1 for a critical fail. So what's the damage here normally?
I rolled a 6 for the
Oh,
magic
yes.
check.
Oh boy.
Which
Okay.
means
That
I
mean-
pass.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Thank you for keeping up with this. You pass your flat check. That means you should get a spell slot back, right?
That I can use in the next 3 rounds.
Yes.
Yeah. Is anybody
okay.
hurt?
Chester has a damage.
Alonzo is down 12 out of 20.
What's the damage that these guys are going to take from failing? Is it 4? And then the other one, the one who critically failed, will take 8?
Yes.
Okay.
Put a hurting on him.
All right. So
Get him.
they're both still up.
Get him.
But Big O Oucho, so that's you moved in 2 actions to cast, right? Mm-hmm. All right, so that'll be your turn. But yes, you'll get your spell slot back that you have to use before the next 3 rounds. So that's pretty cool. Good old Wellspring Mage.
That was that the first time you passed the check?
No. I passed
Yeah.
it almost all the time in the
But most of the time when you've passed
Bank.
it, you've had your spell slots filled up.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Your spell slots were so full in it, so it didn't really do much good.
Right.
I think that this will be more useful whenever I get higher level.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, cool. So that'll be the end of round 1. Going into round 2, it would be Santa Hat Mushroom number 1's turn. But it's dead. But he did.
He's dead.
His Santa Hat is no more. Chester, it's your turn.
I'm going to devise a stratagem on old, not the other mushroom.
Old Chester devised a stratagem, Williams, on how he's going to devise a stratagem.
that stratagem.
My stratagem did not devise very well.
Uh-oh.
That's a 4 on the die, so I'm just not going to do anything with that because it's dumb.
So just gonna spend 3 actions to walk in a circle.
No, he's going to spend 3 actions to contemplate his life choices.
I'm gonna reload my gun.
1 action.
Just the combat's like almost over. And I'm going to reload my gun. 1. I'm going to move. Oh, geez. All right, I can do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Wait, you get 30 as
Oh,
your
wait,
speed?
no, hold on. No. My bad. I forget this is not Pathfinder 1.
It's going to be jealous.
Go back. There we go. And I'm going to shoot the purple one. But I just won't have my nice bonuses this time. It'll hopefully just have to roll well and do well.
Okay. So you basically moved so that he didn't have cover because Alonzo was between you and him, so you went around more or less.
Yes, I rolled a 14 on the die, but let me check what I get without my devise a stratagem bonus.
Okay.
That's plus 5, so that's 14 plus 5 is 19.
Total?
Yes.
That will hit.
All right.
Yay!
I only get a single d6.
Okay.
2 damage.
2 damage, because it's normal. All right.
It's still something.
Yep, you take off a little bit of mushroom. Okay, so other more different mushroom that is purple is going to go. Let's see. He didn't like being screamed at. He also didn't like being stabbed at, Alonzo. But actually, you know what he's going to do?
I don't like this.
Oh my god.
That's a big circle.
I was hoping I'd be out of the range of some
That's
kind
a
of
Lord
area
JOE.
effect thing.
I don't want an area of effect.
Oh, look at that. I can get all of you. Beautiful. He's going to spend 2 actions to use an ability he has called Spore Cloud. And a 15-foot emanation.
Great.
I'm going to need all of you to make some fortitude saves.
Crap!
So what did you all get?
I got a natty 3.
Natty 3.
So that's a 9.
Same for an 8.
8 and a 9. Psych here.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 psych here. You're fine.
Maybe the flesh is weak.
However, Alonzo and Chester, you are going to experience some bad times.
Uh-oh.
Is it
You will
Tommy
take
trouble?
1 point of persistent poison damage.
Oh boy!
And your vision is reduced as long as this damage is continues. You will only be able to see within 20 feet.
Oh.
Basically, what happens is this guy goes. Ever seen like in video games, some of the mushrooms go and just release a bunch of spores. This huge cloud of spores just comes out and it irritates your eyes, and you're going to take poison damage and only be able to see within 20 feet.
And that's
for now.
on our turn when we take that persistent
Yes.
damage? Okay.
Yes. So persistent damage, instead of taking it immediately, you take it at the end of your turn, so long as you have this condition. After you take the damage, you do a flat check to see if you recover from the persistent damage, and whenever you succeed, the condition ends. Okay. So that's that. That's 2 actions. He still has 1 action left. He's within Punchy Boy range of Alonzo, so you know what? Why not?
Because I don't want you to?
mean.
Out of the box.
Out of the box, baby.
Baby, natty 13. My first attack of the round, too, so that's going to be a total of 21.
Yeah, you hit.
Not a ton of damage on this guy.
That's a high addition.
Ooh, but max damage. That's going to be 6 points of bludgeoning damage, and don't worry about the fortitude save. You're already under the effects of it.
You really want...
Oh, wait, that's melee. Never mind.
You
But
really
still.
want Alonzo dead.
I have a question. So, if I were to drink an elixir of life minor, it gives me a bonus to saving throws against disease and poison for 10 minutes. That would not apply to this check, would it?
No, this is a
Okay.
flat check, not
That's
a
what I
saving
thought.
throw.
That's what I thought.
All right, well, that's other more different mushrooms' turn. It's now your turn, Alonzo.
Alonzo did not like that. He can see it even with the vision thing because it's right in front of him.
Right.
He is going to stab it.
Deborah.
That will be 19 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that hits for sure.
Yes!
Oh.
Need to kill it. D6
Bequeath
plus
it death.
4.
I give you the gift of
That
death.
is 6 damage piercing, if it matters.
All right. Well, he's still up, but that hurts.
And then
A whole
Alonzo
lot.
is going to attack again.
Okay.
He's the one that seems the most dangerous.
Yeah.
That is a natty 15 for a 17.
That just hits.
Yes.
It hits exactly,
Woo!
actually.
I mean,
roll your
that
damage.
second one is hard to do.
Yeah.
Oh.
That is 7 damage.
7 damage. All right. Yeah. You smack him out in the second time.
Oh, let
and
me take my
You run him through.
my 1 damage.
Oh, yeah. At the end of your. Well, you just took 2 actions, right? You still have 1 left. But yeah, you will take that at the end of your turn.
When you say run him through, is he dead?
He is dead. You kill him.
I'm gonna use my last action to try to hit the normal Santa hat one.
Santa hat mushroom.
I'm sorry, I can't unsee it.
Santa hat mushroom with spider eyes.
Like, not to be metagamey, but this one seems much easier to hit.
It's not metagaming. My class is built around that.
That's gonna be a 12.
No.
12 total.
Yeah,
That will miss.
figured. Natty 15, that last hit is hard to do.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So yeah, take that 1 point of persistent damage and make me a flat check real quick.
Fortitude?
No, it's not a save. It's just a flat check. Just roll a d20.
Oh, okay. 14.
That's not going to do it. You're going to still suffer from the vision reduction and the persistent damage.
But I don't
next
take
round.
more damage.
No, you basically, you take that 1 point of damage that you already did, then you make the flat check.
Okay,
So,
but I didn't overcome it to not take it next time.
right, so you'll take it again next time and then roll again.
All right.
Sweet. Now it is going to be Santa Hat Mushroom number 2's turn.
Oh.
It's not doing so great. What do you want to do, my dude? Do you want to go out in a raging ball of fire? I think you do.
Down, down.
Same.
Raging ball of fire.
He's just gonna go for Alonzo. You know what? Go big or go home.
I stayed there to give
Too
them a
small to
target
go
that
big.
wasn't Psycheer.
You shut up, Jacob. Natty 2 on the first attack.
Yay.
Natty 17 on the second attack.
Ouch.
What?
What is the total?
That's gonna be a
20.
total of 19.
You hit.
Barely.
Barely.
I do very little damage with this guy.
It was the purple one that hit the other time.
3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Ooh, hoo, hoo.
Don't worry about any saves. And the last attack, swing over the fences. Nope. That's a natural 10 for a total of 7.
You miss.
Oh,
That's his turn.
poor little mushroom.
Next one to go at the end of round 2 is going to be Psycheer. What do you want to do?
I'm going to use the re-granted spell slot to cast heal upon our
you.
rogue.
Now,
The rogue has 2 hit points.
which version of heal do you want to cast?
Let me see.
Oh.
Because you can spend various amounts of actions to do different types.
I could just do the somatic one, which has a range of touch. I am within touch range, and that is a single action.
Yeah, but I think last time you opted, if I remember right, to do the 2-action version because it gave more hit points. Am I remembering that correctly? But yeah, if you want to spend 1 action, that'd be a nice, easy way to...
The spell has a range of 30 feet. If you're healing a living creature, increase the hit points restored by 8. I will do that.
All right, and that's just
So this
one
is-
creature,
Yes. So this is a D8 plus 8.
4 points. 4 plus 8?
Yeah.
94 plus 8 is going to be, that's 12.
Okay.
Now, the question though, are you at your minor or moderate curse level?
I think I'm at minor.
Okay, because
Let
if
me
you're
see.
at moderate, then I think it would be a D12 instead of a D8, specifically when you're casting the heal spell.
Did I bond myself? I think that we just rested, right?
We didn't just rest because we fought the kobolds.
But you
before we
did
came here.
refocus, and that brought it
Yeah.
down. So yeah, you're at minor. Okay, so take 12 hit points, Alonzo.
Oh, I need that so badly. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So that's 2 actions to cast that spell, I believe, and you should have 1 left if you want to spend it to do anything.
I'm gonna back up. I'm actually gonna back up a little more.
Don't blame you.
Well, you're still at 20 feet of movement, if you remember, I think, from your...
No, my feet got repaired.
It did? Okay.
Yeah, we fixed them.
Chester did
Yeah.
that.
Jeez. DM, think hard, brain bad. All right, sweet. And that's that. That'll be the end of round 2. We still have 1 Santa Hat Mushroom with spider eyes up. And you've spent your flat check Wellspring slot, so good for you. No bad things for now. Wink. Next in the order is going to be Chester Williams, top of round 3.
Just devise a stratagem for free.
Oh, daring are we?
Yes, quite. He is going to drop his gun, draw his rapier. Dropping is a free action, by the by. Just
Okay.
want to say that. So first action, draw. Second action, step up to flank and make this thing flat-footed.
Okay.
And then third action to stab with a 8 on the die. Total will be 15.
15.
Da.
That hits exactly with these guys. Their AC
that
is
is
15.
Smooth move getting the flanking bonus.
Chester X Lax Williams on kind of how he's a smooth move.
That's right. And this is going to be 2d6 because
Gracias,
devise a
lo
stratagem
odio.
and the d6 from a rapier.
Okay.
Yeah. No, hold on. Oh, don't worry about it.
Okay.
That's going to be 6 damage minus 1, I believe, for 5 because of enfeebled.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
But the musket didn't have that minus 1.
Yeah,
so
because
No.
it's a ranged weapon. This
Yeah.
is a melee thing. All right, so
You said it wouldn't mostly affect you that you were enfeebled.
so you total
Yeah.
5.
yes.
All right. How do you want to describe how you butcher this little mushroom?
Stab.
You stab.
Just stab.
You stab.
Good.
You run him through. You
He's
stab
a
him.
shish kebab mushroom.
You cut him into little slices, serve him on a salad, and he's dead. I need you to make a flat check
Yeah,
and take 1 point of
1
persistent damage.
Then 15.
You're good.
Oh,
Man, I must have
You're
just
able-
missed it.
You did just miss it. You scratch the spores out of your eyes. You get your vision back, and you stop your persistent damage.
Are we still in combat mode because I could take persistent damage?
No, we are out of combat. So go ahead, and take 1 point of persistent damage, and make me a flat check, Alonzo.
Natty 7.
Yep. All right. So then take one more, and make another flat check.
uh-oh. Uh-oh. If you get too low, we can heal you. Just let us know.
18 on the die.
Hey, there you go.
Alonzo, trying not to muss up his face, takes longer. He doesn't want to get red.
He does the smart thing and just dumps alcohol in his own eyes.
Doesn't want red puffy eyes.
Obviously.
Takes
right.
him longer to blink it out.
So what do you guys want to do? You've slaughtered these little mushrooms after such suspicion. Wow, when seeing this fungus patch.
We have played a lot of RPGs and
Listen.
don't trust anything like this.
I live in the real world where there are supposedly not living fungus mushroom creatures. And if I came upon a mushroom patch like this, I would still look for living fungus mushroom creatures. So
Yeah.
it's reasonable.
I feel like whenever you play TTRPGs with the same group, after a certain point, metagaming just becomes inevitable
I mean,
because of all the collected trauma.
I'm sorry, but once again, that's not metagaming. We live in a world with living fungus mushroom creatures. If
Well, and also in this
Just
case,
saying.
Alkenstar is not very natural. So I imagine that this is particularly eerie to our characters to see all these mushrooms when but like really it's not a very naturey place. This is a lot of greenery for Alkenstar.
No, you're absolutely right. And Jacob had the gall to argue with me for like an hour before we ever sat down for our first
The
session to
DM
say
is
like,
salty.
oh, I could play a druid.
No, I'm sorry. Hold on. No, wait. You're right. I did do that. No excuses.
Right.
If you were playing
You would be the
Just
suckiest druid ever.
a random Alkenstar adventure, you could do it. But you said there were specific things about this one that would make Druid
I'll tell
a
you
bad
what it is.
idea.
The druid would be like, fungi! And
No.
refuse to continue
If the
and just
dru-
live here forever.
If the Druid is assaulted, they will still kill the fungi because
No, I mean kill
otherwise
them.
they would
but
die.
like it's like it's the most
Can't
green I've
believe
seen.
we're having
Just
this
stay
argument
here.
again.
No, I was just clarifying. You're right. I did argue because it was a fun argument. I don't want to play a Druid.
This is one of those
Ew.
arguments that Jacob makes.
Shut
where
your face,
It's
they're
just,
great class.
He's trolling.
Yes,
and he
it's
wants
exactly
to argue.
what it is.
And I just got to stop eventually because I'll fight.
He is by nature a troll.
I'd like, or Chester would like, because I played Chester. I'd like to look around, just kind of poke and prod and see if there's anything useful in this mushroom garbage.
Jacob, Chester Williamson, on account of how he plays Chester Williams.
That's good.
But I would like, do I need a perception check, or are you just going to tell me to not bother?
What's your perception bonus?
Right now, because I believe I took in less than an hour ago a eagle eye potion. Right now, Oh, +7.
+7. What is everyone else's perception bonus?
Not
+6.
great.
+8.
I think it's like
if it's a trap.
+4 or 5.
You said +6, Alonzo?
Yep.
Yeah, what I'll say is, Chester, you're probably the one that picks this out with your high perception. You look around this little fungus patch, see like, what the fuck's going on with these guys?
Yeah.
What the fuck is up with that?
Haha, critical role jokes. But you find actually some like encased skeletons of what looks like maybe some sort of small animals, like covered over in fungus.
They grow over it to eat it.
Or just
Were they goblins?
Goblins?
Not goblins.
No, you don't see any
Rats?
goblin skeletons because you can identify their very distinct
Cockroach skeletons.
football-shaped head.
football-shaped head. I could have you roll like healing or whatever, but I'll just say you can tell like there's a cat, there's a dog, there's definitely a number of rats.
Just random small animals.
Yeah.
But nothing useful.
No, definitely
Okay.
not.
They're growing over decay.
There's a gun made out of fungus.
Oh, listen,
A gungus.
you
A
laugh,
fun
but
gun.
there's some fun guns in that book.
A fungungus?
A fun gun.
That's a fungus gungus you got there.
It's a fun gun.
There's a mushroom cow.
Brr.
But no, there's nothing like that.
Mushroom soup. Straight
Get
from
in
the
the fungus, Shinji.
Something tells me these are poisonous fungi.
This is what we need in Minecraft. It's danger fungus.
That would actually be a really cool
That'd
mod.
be really cool.
Except for the fact that the mushroom islands in Minecraft literally cannot spawn hostile mobs. So
They'd be a new mushroom.
They'd pop up in the dark oak
Just
forests.
add in the
Yes.
the mushroom mob from Dark Souls, the ones that like punch you.
the big boys.
The big boys.
So I suppose we'll just start making our way through.
Yeah.
What's your health at? How are we doing on health?
I am at 12 out of 20.
That's not good.
You know, it's bad when the rogue is the tank of the party.
When was the last time we treat wounds?
I really should write down the actual exact time when that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think an hour's passed. I think you guys healed up basically because you got up today kind of late, and then you had the fight with the cockroach and the cockroach swarm and the rust ooze earlier. I think you healed up then,
All right.
and then
So
spent some time
what
doing
we
other stuff.
could do is I could use one of my quick tinctures, and I could give Alfonso a D6.
Alonzo!
Dang it, you're right. I could
Alfredo.
give Alonzo a D6 of healing, and
That would
then
be nice.
you could try and heal the rest of the way with your focus point thing. Your is that lifelink? Or is that a separate thing than your focus
I could
point
do
spell?
a little thing, yeah.
Lifelink is the one. It's like it gives you 3 hit points, I think, and then you can shave off damage.
If you roll
I should have
high,
done Healer's Blessing before I healed you, but
I'll
I didn't.
probably be just fine if you roll high.
Well, my thing is only a D6. I could also roll a 1.
Yeah.
So Chester.
Name trouble?
It's like Jacob is playing Mario Kart in this metaphorical game, and whenever he needs to remember a name, he runs into the question cubes and he runs through all the names.
I'm just
Alonzo.
bad with names in general. Chester's gonna go, hold on, I use one, it's my next to last one, but I got something for you. He'll pop a thing, shake it, dump it on your head.
Don't mess up his hair.
Don't put the peepers on his head.
He'll shove
hat.
He'll shove it in your mouth.
Will
the
it
asshole.
stain his hat?
6.
Ew! That puts me at 18. Did you do yours?
Yes, 3.
3 for
Okay,
you,
so then I'm full.
Which
And
means
then-
that I am now at
Moderate?
Moderate, yeah.
But then
Okay.
we could just wait 10 minutes and you won't be anymore.
Or you could just stay moderate, live fast, die fast.
And Chester's at 16 out of 18. He don't really need healing unless something bad happens.
Eh, you're fine.
I'll live forever.
Live forever.
Like
Never
Alonzo,
die.
thanks.
Live fast, die fast. Baby.
Baby.
Alonzo brushes the spores off of his nice vest.
You guys realize how many call and response bullshit we have?
It's like nothing. It's sheesh. The monkey thing. That's a group thing. Baby. Live fast, die fast. Baby. There's so many of them. Bark. We'll get a bark in return.
Jeez. All right, so yeah, you brush the spores off of you. Now, I will say, remember, it's difficult terrain going through this, or you'll move at a slower speed. And then, yeah, you see this giant sewer pipe.
Chester will pick up his gun and sheath his rapier.
All right.
Just to
I'm
note.
actually choosing not to sheath mine. I'm going to leave it out.
Well, he picked up. He says he got his gun out.
Sheath.
What you guys gonna do?
Wait the 10 minutes and then just continue on.
What is
Sounds
this 10
good.
minutes for?
The focus point,
Are you going to refocus on the 10 minutes?
unless you
Would
want
that
to
be a
stay.
good idea?
It would give you your focus point back to use in the middle of
Yeah.
combat, and it would also take you down to minor if you want that.
That sounds like a good idea, especially since it's just 10 minutes.
Yeah, because I mean, like, if we're not in a rush, there's no sense in not doing that because it's the safest thing to do.
Refocus.
Alonzo spends that time trying to
we're
get all the mushroom spores out of his hat.
We are still at less than an hour since the kobold fight, right?
Kobold fight?
Yes. The kobold fight. The fight with the kobolds after the ghost ship. Gnoll.
Gnolls.
The gnoll fight.
I was so confused.
Me too.
If I've said kobold for this past whole
You have.
episode,
You have.
you should just replace it with me saying no.
What?
The gnolls.
Very obviously edited.
And then leave this in so they
What was it?
know.
We were joking back in season 1 how we're going to edit you to say, I love Dr. Pepper.
It's not poison.
No, it takes too long to edit this thing as it is. I meant control whatever, replace kobold with gnoll. Bam.
There you
done.
go. Done. Yeah,
Thanks, Clippy. Let's go.
Now I'm just going to replace Gnoll with
It
Kobold.
looks like you're trying to cover up a problem.
Oh, man. I don't know what's wrong with us today. Brain bad, think slow.
Oh, this is great.
No, we're actually a lot less
Listen.
punchy today. We're doing great.
I'm hilarious when I'm dumb. Let's go.
Hey, baby.
Baby! Let's go to this tunnel.
Go to the tunnel.
Place yourselves near the
But
tunnel.
it has been less than an hour since the gnoll fight.
Place yourselves very specifically how you would like to be placed.
Slowly eat my wool. Chester will not be in the front.
So as you guys approach this pipe, let me pull up my flavor text. Why do I have sewer entrance twice in my book?
Because
Two
we go
sewer
through it
entrances.
twice.
Sewer entrance.
You might assume one is an exit.
sewer
But the thing if it is,
If
they're both
it's a
just
pipe-
entrances.
If it's a tube, it has two.
You go to the
Two
pipe.
entrances.
A narrow path
Is
through
that a
this-
metal tube?
It is.
Metal tube bad.
The big bad of the podcast. Metal tube.
You don't find a way for a
Boy,
metal
season
tube.
2 jokes there. Hey. A narrow path through the scrap turns sharply to the west into an 8-foot wide sewer pipe, aka metal tube. The pipe's grate
metal
lies
tube.
against a pile of fire-blackened bricks near the opening. The path continues to the south, where it opens into a larger area.
What? Like inside the tube.
Correct.
Okay.
So the
Cistern.
So it's basically it goes pipe ahead and then turns to the right.
Understood.
So you can see this corner, and as you approach it, you hear echoing through the metal tube. Oh, nice today. It's a good day to kill people. And you see coming around the edge of the pipe this massive gnoll with like
Excuse-
armor on.
Gonna.
Gnoll.
Oh, sorry. Thank you for the correction.
Kobold.
Kobold.
Get kobold. Woo! You have caused D10 of damage to Jacob and the DM.
Oh, this episode's getting hotter by the minute.
Just go. No.
I don't know. I think this
No, but
is
you
an appropriate level of silly.
Why don't I drop this in Discord? Because this will be better for this.
Oh, is he a thick boy?
Just
Boy, he thick?
this.
I did say I wanted to do perception, so does that mean I'm noticing this?
Yes.
I sure hope so. He's singing.
This is what you see. This large gnoll covered in armor, holding a whip with like 2 eyes on one side of her head, and she's got like braided bits of fur and then just a sinuous mouth/maw.
Like the Darth.
She's a big looking gnoll as well, and she comes around and says, "Whoa!
Whoa!
You guys killed my tribe. I'm gonna come after you!" And she pulls out her claws. Shing! Roll for initiative.
So you mean she reached into her pocket and pulled out her claws?
They're disembodied.
Yeah, much like Psyche
she
here,
a
had
cat?
to equip the hands.
Excuse me, sir. How does she know we killed her gnolls?
Oh, she just sees a gnoll corpse in the back of the scrapyard.
Wait, did you say kobold when you did that?
No, I said gnoll.
Okay.
Gnobald.
Gnoll.
I
Gnobald!
thought you said kobold when she was like, "Hey, you killed my." I thought you said whatever.
We're going along with this one.
Oh, we're going long?
Is this a perception check?
This will be perception for initiative,
Okay.
yes. Okay, Alonzo, what'd you get for initiative?
18.
Hey, I rolled that for you again. Chester.
25.
Cheese and potatoes. Psych here.
20.
20.
I have rolled a 20.
Alrighty.
The machine spirit worked better this time.
Well, this is a named character. This is going to be fun.
That means criticals.
Shut up. First in the order is going to be Chester, going to shoot his gun, Williams.
Chester is going to shoot his gun, Williams.
Okay.
I think this.
Shoot his gun, Williams.
Yeah, I'm going to take an action, devise a stratagem, see if I get lucky.
Alrighty.
I'm not using that roll. That is
bad?
a natural one.
either really good or really
that's
bad.
not going to get used. Chester will instead use his last quick tincture, pop, plunk, shake, 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 drink, and he is going to use his Drakenheart mutagen on himself,
Okay.
which is going to increase his AC quite a bit.
Alrighty. So that is one action to devise a stratagem, one action to use your Drakenheart mutagen. Sweet. Are you going to do a third action, sir?
No, I believe that the way that works for alchemists and the investigators, when you use this, it's an action, that it's another action to actually drink it. I believe.
Okay. Like action to pull it out of your
Action
equipment.
to make it, action to drink it.
Understood. All right. So that's your turn, Chester. It is now going to be Bristlebane's turn.
What a name.
Bristlebane Williams. Wait.
They're married.
Hold on a second.
They're married now. Let's see.
Bristlebane, Marion Chester Williams, on account of how she married Chester.
I'll be like, Chester, I didn't know you had a sister.
My husband. You have come back from the war.
I didn't know about this. Uh-oh.
No. Okay, so what she's going to do.
Chester Williams.
And his wife.
1 to 3
She is
Alonzo,
a
4 to
gnoll.
6 Chester Williams.
Uh-oh.
Gnobald.
Gnobald.
Got Alonzo again. She's going to take one action to stride up to Alonzo and going to spend 2 actions to do a fun little thing called Express Meal.
Oh, she got whip.
She's going to
reach. She got reach.
She's going to attack you with the whip, Alonzo.
I don't like this.
Is she gonna pull you in and eat you?
Cock die. Oh, 90-17.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
27.
Oh, that's
God.
not a critical,
That is
though.
not a critical, but
By, like,
only
one?
barely, like by 1.
She's going to hit you for
Yeah, she's going to hit.
not a lot of damage here, I don't think. Oh, but I did roll max. That's going to be a total of 9 points of slashing damage.
That's not a lot of damage, he says.
That's
It could have been a lot less.
spicy.
And then I'm
I mean,
going
a lot more, right? No, less?
less. That was my max.
Oh, okay.
Because I made a successful strike, I'm going to get to pull you into an adjacent square with my whip. So she whaps you and wraps around you, pulls you towards her, and now she gets to make a free bite attack.
Whip with
Whoa.
a null, an attack, and a
Isn't that-
pull
hold on.
yo-ho. That's
Stop.
a WAP.
That still has a negative to it, don't it?
No.
Oh.
Both attacks count against my multiple attack penalty, but don't apply until after both attacks. So, but I rolled a natural 4 on the bite, so I'm gonna miss you. She goes and
can
bites.
eat
You
you.
duck out of the way. Okay, so that is her turn. Psyche, here, it's your turn. I need you to make me a flat check for
I
Wellspring
have
Mage.
done so twice today. So I actually don't.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh.
Sweet.
I will get there,
Okay.
and then I will do my yell so that it hits her.
Okay, so fortitude save? Mm-hmm. Natural 20.
Oh, boo.
So I'm not going to take any damage, and that should be move and 2 actions to cast, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Unfortunately, I rolled a natural 20. Alonzo, it's your turn. You've been pulled into the square, but you're not considered grabbed.
Alonzo, I ain't comfortable with that. I hardly know you.
This is Chester's wife.
My wife, what are you doing? Stop. That's just for you and me.
Knowing how bad this could potentially be, I'm gonna try and be a little risky.
Okay.
I'm going to go for a tumble through.
Okay.
So I will roll for my.
You're rolling against my reflex DC, or hold on, this is gonna be tumble. You're doing tumble behind, which is a tumble through check, right?
Yes, tumble behind, which is a tumble through.
Okay, so yeah, you roll against my reflex DC. You're gonna use your acrobatics. Okay, so I got the number.
Like
for
I
that.
said, this is worth risk, in my personal opinion.
Oh, absolutely.
Let's go for it. Natty 2. That's a 9.
9 total. That is going to fail. You
Figured.
will trigger reactions.
Probably bite me.
I don't think I actually have any reactions here that I can spend on you, though.
Haha.
As far as I can tell, let me check this.
Stupid Natty 2. This is yet to be successful.
Yeah, it's come close, but yeah. All right. So, yeah, I don't have any reactions, actually. But that's only 1 action for you. You basically just stop your movement, so you still have 2 other actions to spend. I've
Okay.
conveniently pulled you into melee range.
Yeah, actually, it was very helpful in its own way.
Right.
Well, I guess I'm just going to try to attack.
Well, here's another question. Is there any reason you couldn't try it again?
No,
If you wanted to.
if you really want to.
You could either attack twice or try this again and attack.
Yeah, I'm going to try one more.
All right, go for it. Acrobatics.
Why not, right?
Right.
Why not?
That's a natty 17 for a 24.
Yeah, you crush it. You're able to. So you're going to move behind me now, right? Mm-hmm. Or I'll move you there.
And
I
that
am.
puts you flat-footed against one attack from me now.
All right, go ahead and make your attack roll.
All right. Come on. Okay, a natty 17, making this a 24.
A 24.
Yes.
Against its flat-footed DC?
So when it's flat-footed, its AC is 14. That's a critical. So you're going to roll your damage normally and double it. So that's what, D6 plus your dex?
And I get an extra D8 because it's deadly.
Actually, it's 2d6
No,
plus
it's
your dex, right?
what is it? Is it deadly? Yeah, it's called deadly.
You roll,
Yeah.
2d6 and then a d8.
So a 2 and a 4 plus my static 4, making that 10,
That's 20.
20 total.
and then my D8.
Yes.
2 more. 22 damage.
Nice.
22 damage. Wow, that woof. This fight just changed a
Like,
lot.
Alonzo, we ain't that close yet, sweetie.
Chester, save me.
Alonzo, stop. That's my wife.
I want a divorce.
Worth the risk. This was an example in risk and reward.
Yeah, because you would have hit, but that critical is a big deal. All right, so top of round 2 is going to be Cheth through Williams.
I'm going to do my song and dance. Spin action to devise a stratagem.
Is that a natural 1?
Was it a
Nat
2?
2. He's nodding.
The look of great pain you just had.
I know what I have to do.
But you don't know
But
if you
you
have the
don't know
strength
if
to
you
do
have the
it.
strength to do it.
If I have the strength to do it. Yeah, I do. Chester's going to drop his gun. Free action. Second action, draw his rapier. Third action, move up to flank his wife
Air quotes.
with Alonzo. And
How did this happen again?
I don't know. What do you made it? You said her name Williams.
Oh, yeah. All right, so
I
you're
want to
going-
yell.
All right, so you're going to flank. Yeah, it's going to be her turn next, though.
You can't now.
And he'll say, "You seem delightful and all, but no, thank you."
She's going to use her whip to
Oh,
To grab Psycheer?
pulls everybody. Group hug.
Hug!
She's just. It's a. Oh, what's that? What's the meme? You're misguided, but I like your spirit. Come on, you've all seen it. It's You're confused, but I like where you're coming from. You're confused, but I like your spirit.
Yeah.
What is it?
I don't know.
Suffer.
Was it the Fresh Prince?
I think so.
She's going to
He's
use.
a little confused, but he got the spirit.
There we go. All
Okay.
right.
She's going to use a special ability she has called Whip Whirlwind.
Oh,
3 action ability.
boo!
And
Boo,
she's going to
AoE.
use that to try and trip you,
Both of us?
Alonzo.
Oh.
Well, I did some serious damage there.
But I rolled a natural 7.
That might not do it, actually.
That's going to be a total of 14 against your reflex DC, so 10 plus your reflex score.
Yeah, you miss.
Alrighty. Then she's going to use the same ability. I can basically just do.
You said it was 3 actions, though.
It's a 3 action ability. Basically, it lets me do. I can do 3 different actions to everyone I'm adjacent to. I probably didn't have to use this, but I'm going to try to trip Chester as well. I probably could have just done this with 2 different actions, but oh well. Fun flavor. And I rolled a natural 4 to trip you, Chester. So that's going to fail. And
You've
you know
already
what?
fallen for her once.
She's just going to bite out.
I'm tired of this joke.
That was Kat, not Alonzo.
She's just going to bite out at Chester now. I rolled to see who I was going to go for.
Honey, no.
That's going to be a total of...
Not in public. This is private
18?
time stuff. Actually, no, that's going to be
Again.
less than my current AC.
Okay. Yeah, because you
You
took that
did your
Drakenheart
special elixir.
Yeah, my AC is 19.
Well,
The flesh is very peculiar.
The flesh,
Flesh
has,
is fortified.
The flesh has scales.
oh, crap on a cracker. That's all my actions.
I'd rather not.
I'll poop on your crackers. Psycheer, it's your turn now. Psycheer, what you want to do?
I am going to get right up in her face.
You want to do the scream?
I'm going to do the scream.
Gonna get funky.
That's going to be a total of 20. I think I pass, so I'll take half damage, right?
2.
Okay. Sweet. Move and 2 actions is your turn, I believe, right?
Yep.
All right, Alonzo, you are now flanking with Chester.
Does Chester have his melee weapon out?
He does. He does.
So you
Okay,
will,
great. So I
she
am
will be
flanking.
flat-footed to you.
Well, it's time.
It's time.
Oh,
It's
God.
That
Did
is
he just say it's
a
time?
17.
We didn't have a
Does
lot
it
of
hit her?
fun
Because
in
that
the
wasn't a terribly
scrapyard.
good roll.
We didn't have a lot of fun at the bank.
Oh, my God. Yes, it does hit her because she's flat-footed. God.
Does that mean I get to do my sneak attack damage
Yeah,
because
so-
she's flat-footed?
It's not going to be like a crit or anything, but yeah, she is...
Also, Alkenstar.
Shut up.
Here we are trying to play the game. Derek and I trying to play the game.
Yes, you're going to do your hit and you'll get your sneak attack because she's flat-footed to you.
Yes!
Yay!
Sneak. Sneak attack. Sneak attack.
Okay, so I get a d6 plus 4, which is 6 damage.
Okay.
And then I think the sneak attack is
Is
just
another-
another d6.
Another D6, yeah.
And that is another 2.
So that's going to be 8 points of damage. Would you like to
Nice.
describe how you eviscerate her?
Yay!
So to take down this gnoll, Alonzo slides his rapier right in above the sternum and then pulls it out with a small little stream of blood coming with it.
And she falls down. Chester, your wife lies dead before you.
Oh no, my wife. Whatever shall I do?
She
But
dies.
hey,
and she
now you
says,
inherit her proproperties.
Yes, I'm king of the tribe.
You get the whip.
and as she falls to the ground.
Actually, that ooh.
Yeah. As she falls to the ground, the entrance to the sewer tunnel is unobstructed. What would you guys like to do?
Oh. I would like to loot the corpse of my
your wife.
wife?
Question
Well, death
mark?
did you part. You're no longer married.
Oh.
The ring that was never on Chester's finger just disappears.
Yeah, let's loot the corpse.
Yeah, so on her she has bolas. You find a minor elixir of life.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
You find leather armor.
1 leather armor.
And you find a +1 whip.
And
That's pretty awesome.
plus 1 whip.
I normally should have you identify that, but I'll just throw that in there for you guys. And then, last but most certainly not least, you find a crude map of what looks to be the sewer network under Alkenstar.
The skewers.
That's pretty awesome.
Nice.
And we.
Die.
And that's what you
Okay,
find.
Never mind. All right.
Are you fishing? You stop that.
Stop fishing.
I'm ready. I'm so listen. It's a fine.
So, what do you guys want to do?
I actually want to look at what a whip does and is,
I know, right?
because honestly, Chester doesn't do a lot of. He doesn't do static damage, but depending on what happens when we actually level up, I might be able to make good use of the whip.
Yeah, it's just a so it's a melee weapon and the flail group. It does a D4 damage base, one-handed. It's a martial weapon, but it has the disarm, finesse, non-lethal, reach, and trip traits. So it's not really a damage-dealing weapon, but you can use it to do
A lot of
yeah. Jacob, you look like you're seeing into the multiverse.
He really does. Oh, if only I could show his face.
Chester Williams.
Chester married a gnoll Williams.
On account of how he was married to a gnoll.
Oh no. Now, non-lethal doesn't mean it has to be non-lethal damage, right?
An effect with this trait is not inherently deadly. Damage from a non-lethal effect knocks a creature out rather than killing it. You can use a non-lethal weapon to make a lethal attack with a -2 circumstance penalty.
Chester will grab the whip and he'll be like, if none of y'all want this, I kind of do. Really want it. Real bad.
By all means.
It was my wife's, so.
Oh my god.
May you carry her weapon where you go.
I'll miss her.
It ain't exactly my flavor
I'll
anyway.
miss Jesse so much.
Bristlebane, but you
I
wouldn't
know.
know that.
I would perform the rites of Jesse Williams.
I'm done with this joke. I appreciate the whip. Thanks.
All right, so yeah, that's the stuff you find on her. But yeah, the pipe is open. I would love to describe it as painted green and calling your name, but it is not. It's in a scrapyard.
I'd rather my pipes didn't speak anyway.
Can I
my
go up to the
God.
pipe and do a perception check?
Yeah, sure.
Same.
Go ahead and roll. I'll take
All
that.
right. That is 21.
Actually, same.
As you go up to the pipe, you're sitting here like looking around. Maybe you take a step in, trying to see if you catch wind of anything. Psyche, you rolling as well?
I got a 2.
Psyche, not so much.
Psyche is performing the burial rites upon Jesse Williams.
But no, Alonzo and Chester, you both hear just echoing through the pipes in the distance. You're so useless. At this point, finding them's gonna be impossible. They've likely gone back to their hideout by now. Did your contact forge the evidence we need to arrest Gattleby? A week? Tell them they have 5 days. Hurry it up.
Who's that?
Meanwhile, raid the usual places in Hellside and Smokeside. If you find the thieves, kill them. They were trying to kill you after all, got it? You had no choice. Let your squad know that anyone who makes the killing shots gets a nice fat purse from Mugland as a thank you. Now, all y'all get on out of here before I shoot you myself. The deputy swears under her breath before the sound of her footsteps echo down the sewer drain. A horse whinnies and then trots away.
Was that Loveless?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now this is
In the
very
sewer.
distant, but
We
like
in
echoes
danger.
down.
We were in danger. Okay. All right. Hold on. We're going to have to talk about that when this episode's over, so I can take some notes.
Yeah,
All right, go ahead, write it down.
seriously.
I guess we go into the pipe. We really don't have anywhere else to go. No. First, we go back to the goblins because
Okay.
we killed the
The
gnoll
gnolls.
leader.
All right.
Jesse.
You go back to the goblins.
We bring her head.
You bring her head.
She's buried.
My wife. I'm sorry, this joke is so bad.
I killed my wife for you.
You go back to the goblins with the head of the gnoll, just for the sake of narrative brevity, unless you want me to jump back into voicing Lord Glass and his many different accents.
Nah, we good.
As a mercy.
Okay. No, but they're very
I
happy.
need to have a conversation with Lord Glass.
Oh my god. But he gives you this big hunk of cold iron to take for yourself. And then are you going to go back through the pipes?
Isn't that the only way out?
Yeah, and you do have like a map now from this gnoll. You probably could find your way through, but it would be difficult and may have to make some checks. But using this map, you should be able to find your way back into the Ferris Quarter and Phoebe Dunsmith's tavern without any issue.
Then that is what we do.
So
I believe.
All right, so you make your way back to the tavern. You pop out. It's at this point in the day, I want to say it's probably like 2-ish in the afternoon.
We pop out from the shitter.
You just pop out in an alley in the middle of town, and there's just like a dude vomiting, and he's just like, oh,
Hello, child.
just passes out.
That's about right.
You go up to the tavern, and you ask for Dunsmith. You pull out your bag. I'm assuming. Jump in if you want to.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to jump in the bag.
Don't you jump in the bag. You pull out your bag. You see the massive dwarf and like intricate chest that's still locked up. And as you guys are all sitting around this thing, Phoebe Dunsmith, unless you're going to jump in here, Alonzo is going to start picking the lock on it.
He just kind of goes like, I wasn't able to get the lock, so we
And-
took the whole thing.
And as you sit here around your hard-earned bank booty, you all level up. Yes! To second level.
Level
Wait.
2. Level 2. Level 2. Level 2.
Now, are you sure we didn't level up to level 3?
I'm positive. And that is where we're going to pick up in our next episode.
Level 2. Leveling up to level 3.
Level 3.
Yeah.
Just going to skip a whole level.
Rocking
Yep.
through this map.
Yeah. Woo.
Live fast, die fast.
Live fast, die fast, baby!
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Third Gallon Podcast. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing, rating, and reviewing us. If you want to see more from us, check out our website, thirdgallon.com, or follow us on Twitter. We are at Third Gallon, that's THIRD Gallon. You can also tweet at us using the hashtag Third Gallon, and we are on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook with the same handle, at Third Gallon. We also publish a video version of the podcast on YouTube, which you can find on our channel, The Third Gallon. Our theme for this season is Delta Rust, composed by Andy Ellison. Our ambience for this episode was composed by Michael Ghelfi, and you can find more of his work on his YouTube channel, Michael Ghelfi Studios. And you can support his awesome work at patreon.com/Michael Ghelfi. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.